What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Country Club. Thank you for being here. Jake from State Farm, Brian Vines, Felipe Goncalves, and Britt Hawks 3DP. Glad to have you in the house. How is everybody today? I am getting ready. I'm going to start a print, and we're going to do call-in show today. We're just going to sit here and talk. That's it. I mean, that's really it. I'm going to try this print. Once this print finishes, I'm going to clear this table. The multi-material unit is going off of this table. What's up, Carl? Trolling for dollars. How are you? I am going to move it and rearrange my printers, get the printers back over here, and let's start working on some stuff again. But I need to get all my printers working. They all need to be going and moving and doing what they're supposed to do, and they're not. The 2.5 doesn't work, and my printed i3 right now has a thermistor out on the hot end, so that needs to be replaced. So got some work to do that we could do on the shows, and that's what we're going to do. But right now I'm going to go and try to print from FD. I took Shane's advice and loaded all of the filaments first, so they have all been loaded and retracted so that they all load correctly. So we're going to hit print and see if we'll go. So how is everybody? I hope everybody that got a chance to enjoy the interview from yesterday. What's up, Hawk 3D Proto? How are things across the pond, my friend? Hope everything's going well for you. I have got, man, I'll tell you what, Discord is the worst when it comes to, I do not know what the deal is here. Turn up. Alrighty. So now, let's go over here to sound control panel. When you turn Discord on, it takes over your microphone and it will turn it down for you. Yeah, way down, like 47% of where it's supposed to be. I don't know why, and in a little bit it'll turn it down again. It's ridiculous what it is. What's up, Midnight Giant? How are you, my friend? How are things, Mike? You been taking care of yourself? Hope so. But yeah, the interview for me was fantastic. What's up, Whatever Maker? And I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a good chat with David, and he was great for doing it. 3D Studio's almost done. I'm excited. The builders, etc., have been working hard. Sweet, man. I am good. I really am. Trying to get everything done through the federal government is like, you know, trying to swim in syrup. So It's slow, but it's moving, I guess. There's no indication that it's moving. Will say I got really upset today because I have a shipment coming from Prusa. What's up, Sean? Have a shipment coming from Prusa, and it said they tried to deliver it today, which as I sit in my recliner working. I have a big bay window right here, and my front door is right there. I'm actually looking out. I can see my door handle to my front door. Said they tried to deliver it. They haven't been to my house. Sorry. They didn't. They never came to my house. And so I called them, and they said they're going to redo it tomorrow, and they waived the signature requirement because everybody knows that things that come from Prusa have to be signed for. Unless you know when it's coming, which they had scheduled mine for tomorrow, so I would have put the hanger on the door regardless. So anyway, so my Prusa order is here. It just didn't get delivered. That's what sucks. So anyway, so everybody else, anybody else got anything? Come on, y'all get on the Discord. We're going to talk today. That's what it's for. It's here-ish. Right, yeah, it's in Jacksonville. It's 3 hours away. You know, our service area is Jacksonville, so it's quite a ways. It really is quite a ways. All right, we're going with the first color here on the multi-material, and it has loaded. And it's purging. Sweet. I like it when that happens. Now, as long as it doesn't fail halfway up. What's up, Don? How are you, buddy? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Hawk. I've been thinking about ways to have a better area to work in. I don't have the money for somebody to come move the building that I need to move. I mean, it's going to take a big, long flatbed trailer and, you know, some heavy duty jacks to pick it up and that type of stuff. I do have a room I could use, and it would make a great maker space. It's not big, mind you. It's bigger than this, by a lot, but not some extravagant, you know, massive thing. Okay. And this time I made sure that my purge block was not in the model. So yeah. So we're not going to do that, but yeah, I guess we're going to just have a boring chat here. So I wanted to do this from start to rear with, I will tell you, I do have my guest lined up for next week. He rearranged his schedule. Well, I ain't going to say rearranged his schedule, but anyway, he is making room for the interview. We're going to have Shane from Prusa live. So we will have Shane from Prusa live on the channel for our interview next Wednesday evening, 6 to 7. What's up, Richard? How are you, buddy? Yeah, and I know Shane does his own show, and we have things like that. But, you know, he doesn't talk about the things that I want to talk about. So we're gonna have a chat with Shane. And I think I learned something from David's interview yesterday. Because I tried to keep on topic with David. And Shane and other folks in the 3D community may be a little easier. But David's life doesn't revolve around 3D printing like a lot of ours do. And a lot of the people that I interview do. So I understand, you know, it was more of a chat and less of an interview. But I thought it was a good chat. I thought we learned some things, and he was very, very open and honest, I thought. So that was cool. Yeah, he does. He wants a bigger build volume for sure. Everybody wants a bigger Prusa. Yeah, I did too, Brian. I thought it was more organic and it flowed pretty good, and you know, everything went well, and you know, he was a very gracious guest, that's for sure. Oh wow, that just looks nasty right there. What is that crap? I'm gonna let her go. We'll see how it does. Didn't want to stick up here at the front, and I just wiped it all down with alcohol. So thanks, Steve Inslee. How are you? Jake from State Farm was here earlier, but Steve Inslee's new. Richard Horry came in. I told him, hey, I know, don't leave the scabs alone. I know. Let's see if you can guess what I'm printing. You want to see? See if you can guess. It's not. It shouldn't be very hard. Can you see that? What am I printing? That's fine, Hawk, man. I understand. And not only that, yeah, it's a tree frog. Sure, it's a tree frog. I understand that. And not only that, you know, my show starts at like midnight for y'all. I mean, or 11 o'clock or whatever. I get it. I mean, dude, I go to bed. What's up? Yeah, very tiny railroad. There you go. That's not it. But yeah, I mean, I go to bed early myself. Normally 10 o'clock is my bedtime. If I'm up past 10 o'clock, it's because I took a nap and I'm not sleepy yet. Oh, I know. I get it, man. I get it. I was talking with Tom earlier today on YouTube. Life, man. Life is there. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah, it's a gator. Yeah, a very curvy gator. This is aggravating me, though, because that's going to get in my way. Let's see if I can get that out of the way without tearing it up. That's the question. Nope. I need to reprint that. Stop. Yeah, stop. I want to reprint this because I want to clean the bed again and make sure I concentrate on this corner up here. It shouldn't be not sticking like that. Woo, all these nice little plastic pieces are going everywhere, which is okay. Because I really got to get in here and tear the floor up in this room. Y'all just don't know. I put the hardwood down over. How did you land up there? I put the hardwood floor down over the floor that was here. I didn't fix the floor. I just covered it up. So, yeah, it's Thursday night call-in. Are you calling in? Come on in. Come on in and talk. Whenever you're ready. It's an alcoholic. Everything's stuck except for right here in this corner, so concentrate my efforts on there. And we'll try again. Once again, I am going to do what Shane said. I'm going to go in here, load filament, load all, and that'll run to each position. Get everything lined up, make sure it goes in and out. Oh, I bet, dude. What's up there, Martin? What's up, buddy? Yeah, it is the Thursday call-in show. The Discord's open. I'm in the chat room on the Discord, so if you pop into the queue, I can drag you up. We can chat for a little bit. That's the way it's going to go. What Brian asked me? What? Brian, Walter, have you ever taken spring and get a bunch of... No, I haven't. I haven't, Brian. No. I have not. Alright, so that did. Let her heat up again. Alright. Doing good, rendering my new design. Heck yeah. New designs are always good. Maybe it's a lack of humidity in the air, Brian Vines. Lack of humidity actually causes, helps out static electricity. So with the humidity that we've had the past few days, yeah, I don't think I'm worried about static right now. Now during the winter time, we'll see. That may happen. Still no talking. Y'all are a silent bunch, you know that? Well, that's funny because, mine runs normally about 56% relative in the house, So, could be, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll tell you though, it was funny because David was very observant last night because the Stargate symbol that's back here, I wouldn't think that you would just notice that right off, Come on in. There you are. Hold on. Let me turn on the Discord. It's on. Okay. So it should be on. Let me make sure everything's ready for you. I don't see it, but we'll see. That's not Discord. That's video capture. Come on. Need to go down. There you are, right there. All right, so let's drag Brian up. Everybody say hey to Brian. What's up there, Brian Vines? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine.
Are you?
Yeah, I need to do something about the echo now. Which thing do I need to turn down?
You just need to mute the YouTube and listen on the phone or on the Discord.
There we go.
Yeah, that should help.
It's like a 5-second delay. It was really messing with me.
Oh, wait, I gotta change my sign. Hold on 1 second. Where's it at? Live, right there. Yeah, now I gotta edit it first. Hold on. So if I go there and go to settings, and then I can say Brian with a Y Vines. Hit OK, and you're now on the screen. Woohoo! On the phone, it's Brian Vines. So how are things going, Brian? I haven't caught your last couple of videos on your monoprice. Are those still going well? Are you still doing those? Or?
I am still doing them. I have switched to a bi-weekly schedule on those as of last week. So I skipped Monday, and I need to get one ready for this coming Monday.
Yeah, I mean, one video a week is fine in theory, but it's time consuming.
It is. I mean, it takes hours to make, even like a half-hour video, and I try to keep them short, like about 10 to 15 minutes.
No, I completely understand. That didn't stick either. Why is this not sticking all of a sudden? Anyway, yeah, no, I get it. It completely is, I'd actually, if nobody had called in, I thought about doing the mail and just opening and package it on here. But, since you're on here, I'm not going to do that.
Mailbag Thursday on Country 3D.
Right. I just need to get Brian Vines to come, narrate my videos.
I'm feeling a little bit run down, a little bit, kind of allergy kind of thing going, like something blew in last night, and it's really enhancing the announcer voice. So I need to do some voiceovers for a video. I'm doing a little Halloween video for some extruder visualizers with little Halloween themes to print out and magnetically attach to the extruder. That'll be the next one coming out. I don't know if I can get that out tonight. That may be a tomorrow thing.
What's up there, Minnesota Maker? Yeah, hey, and Brian, now I can tell you in person, thank you again for the facilitating the conversation between me and David. I appreciate that.
I am an enabler.
You're an enabler. I don't know if I can have you as a friend. But I think I'll...
He's a cool guy. I mean, it's really funny because part of the conversation turned to robotic arms, and you and I have talked previously about the Radio Shack Armatron, and he also apparently has had experience.
Oh, yeah.
Or knew about it anyway.
Well, every kid that's around our age or was around our age at that time, dude, that was what they wanted. I'm sorry. If they were any type of geek at all, or even just a kid, man, that saw that on the TV, you wanted that thing. You wanted to be able to pick up and move things with a robot arm. Come on.
Well, yeah, it was cool. And I was so disappointed when I got that thing and found out that it didn't have the only switch on the thing was the power switch.
Yeah.
It was all like a geared transmission to move all the axes. It was engineering wise, it was really cool, but from the standpoint of somebody who wanted to hook that up to some relays on a computer and make it do things with a basic program, right. I was really disappointed and sad.
Right. Oh yeah, no, me too. It was really cool, like you said, how they made it, but come on, it could have been a little better. Now the one that he had on the show last night that he was showing that he did with the Arduino, that looked a little more robust than the Armatron.
Yeah, anything that you can stick servos on now, and servos are cheap, and Arduinos to control the servos are cheap. So.
Right.
That's kind of fun. I need to mess with something like that too, because that looks like some fun.
Yeah. What's up, Josh, Ron, John Mack? But thanks for calling in, buddy, because it'd been a long, boring show without one.
You got someone else queued up, or is it
No. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's just been a long, boring show. Now, do you have your Mark III, correct?
Yes, sir.
Have you received your multi-material yet, Brian?
I have. I received that about a week ago, and in an incredible display of willpower, it is still in its black plastic wrapper.
Yeah, I know. Ours were the same way until Chris and I set the show up. And, it's like, really? Come on. It's sitting on the counter. I want to print.
Well, see, I'm torn between wanting to try and stream putting that thing together like everybody else has, or do I just want to put it together and start playing with it? Because I'm not really set up for streaming.
Right.
So, for me to stream, I have to, get into OBS and figure out how to even use the darn thing. So I don't know if I just want to put the thing together and start doing prints and do some fun time lapses of it.
Well, you don't have to stream it, man. You can film you putting it together and then cut all that video together and cake out all the cussing and all that stuff.
No. I'll be good when I put it together. I won't say bad words.
I actually thought about doing a Twitch channel where, it's me during college football season watching college football games. But I think they would even ban me from Twitch.
Yell at the screen for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, no doubt. God
damn it!
Right. What's up, Thomas Imraz, Rodney Lorimore, Matt from How I Do It's here. How are y'all? We got Brian Vines on the phone. He's having a good time.
I'm stupidly waving at the screen. Sorry.
Oh, are you waving at the screen? Yeah, they can't see you, bud.
Yeah. Not doing any good. I don't have a camera on this machine.
Well, and I mean, through Discord, I don't have a way to do that. I'd actually have to open up a Google Hangout.
Yeah, we'd be doing a Hangout. No.
Yeah. And I thought about doing that, but nah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I like the one-on-one on the voice thing, and it's just cool to have on, Now, do you watch much college football, Brian Vine?
No, I do not watch sports ball. So
you do not watch sports ball at all?
No, I don't. I'm too busy 3D printing and stuff like that.
I got you.
And you know what's funny? My wife has an embroidery machine, and so that has been her 3D printer essentially. That's her sort of version of the hobby is printing with thread.
Right.
I'm printing with filament, and then I get my MMU, and then she went and got like a 10-needle embroidery machine.
Oh wow!
And we got her stuff set up before mine, so she's doing multicolor embroidery stuff without having to change spools of thread.
And I will tell you this: she's probably going to have less issues.
Well, probably. The main issue is that it's kind of hard to get all of the spools loaded up at one time because of the way the machine is configured. The spools are like way up high. So I need to lower the stands at her embroidery machine.
John Mack, Discord here has video as well. I'm just not going to use it. But yeah, the multi-needle thing, man, that opens up a whole new set of doors, though. For embroidery, for sure.
It makes it faster to do this stuff. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt's right. It's a proven technology. What's funny is that it's still, I think, a proprietary file format.
Oh, really?
The machine that she uses is Brother. It's not like G-Code or something. You'd think that they would simply leverage something that's already out there.
Nope. Brother is absolutely its own beast. That's what I've heard several times. People are like, well, if you can spend the money, don't buy a Brother. Buy one of the industry standard thing. What's up, Ricky? Buy one of the industry standard machines or something. But you start off at 3 or 4 times the price of a Brother machine.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. I'm going to have a Brother if I get one.
At some point, I'm going to have the BB3D logo in an embroiderable format, and then I can get that stuff on ball caps and stuff.
Yeah.
We've got the cap hoop you can load a ball cap into and then have it embroidered on it.
Yeah, it's funny because when I got my wife wanted the vinyl thing for Christmas, so I got her that and a heat press and all this other stuff, and it come with the hat attachment and all that. I didn't read into it. You have to have different type of material and stuff for hats and stuff of that nature. So it's a little more difficult with the vinyl and the printing stuff on hats than it is the other stuff that you can do with it. I mean, because most things you can just print vinyl, put it on there, and you're done. But on a hat, it's a pain. So I haven't done any hats yet. Have y'all done any hats?
Nope. We got the hat hoop that I instantly dubbed the Cap-O-Matic.
Yeah.
And that has not actually seen any use yet. We don't really have any designs that I would want to put on a cap, because right now everything that we can do on the machine is downloading stuff from like embroidery library and stuff, which is, I guess, the embroidery equivalent of Thingiverse.
Right.
You know, my wife downloads stuff from there all the time and embroiders it on stuff for our daughter.
Right.
But I don't see anything out there really that I would like to have on a ball cap. So.
Yeah, Matt. What's up, John Hammonds? How are you, buddy? Matt said he had HTV with a hat with a shirt press. It didn't work very well. You got to practice at that. But you know, it's funny because, you know, we get into 3D printing, but the maker community is so much bigger. And you realize that when you go to a maker fair. You know, if you only go to Murph or Earth or whatever, you're like, oh yeah, 3D printing community is great. But if you get into, you know, makers fairs and you go and see what other people are doing, some of the stuff they're doing is amazing. I mean, just amazing.
Well, I went to there was a little maker fair in Austin, Texas, several months ago. I guess it was back in May or something. And that was where I first ran into Shane.
Right.
He was there. And that was shortly after I had started doing the 3D printing stuff and was new hanging out on your channel watching the streams and stuff. So I went there and said hi to him, took a picture with him, and, you know, kind of hung out for a little bit. But there was a lot of stuff going on there. There was all kinds of Lego stuff.
Yeah.
There was all kinds of cosplay stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the I guess integration of all of the different kinds of hobbies that used to be kind of separate and apart are all converging just kind of under the maker umbrella, which is really kind of cool because you end up with a lot of sort of hybrid stuff. Like what's the guy, Steve Shorey or someone that does the 3D printing on fabric stuff? Oh
yeah. Saw that at Murph. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just ridiculously creative. And who would have ever thought to do that?
Oh yeah. Well,
hey, it's Shane. He's in chat. Hi, Shane.
I see. You were just talking about him and you called him up. It's kind of like Beetlejuice.
I said his name 3 times. That's what happened.
Oh, that's messed up. And then I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but Shane put a picture out on Twitter of like 2010, you know, of him back in 2010. It's only 8 years ago. He still looks like 75 years old in that picture.
I'm looking at that right now. Oh, that's funny. Hi, Shane.
Sean, did I say hello to Sean a while ago? Shenanigans, did he come in earlier?
Yeah, he was in earlier. I was joking about his $750 bag of gummy bears.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. What's up, One Raz? I really need Sean to create me a filament that Protopasta won't do for me. I need a nice, like, orange with blue glitter in it. That's what I need. He needs to make some glittery. That's what I need. I've been trying to get Tinkers to make me some for ages, and he's like, well, just come out to California and we'll let you make your own custom color. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Maybe they could do a clear that had blue and orange glitter in it.
That would be cool too. But Sean doesn't do glitter.
Oh.
At IC3D they don't do glitter.
Oh. Maybe a blue to orange to blue to orange to blue to orange transition tool?
Oh, that would be cool too, man. Jake from State Farm, so do you. Oh no, I bet they would, Hawk. It's cool. No capes, no glitter.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 5:30 Central Time, and I need to go pick up my child.
All right, somebody take Brian Vine's spot on the phone. Brian Vines, thank you, man.
You're welcome. Someone take my place.
Somebody come in and let's chat. I'm gonna kick Brian off of here.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Later, Brian.
See you later, man.
All right, well, hold on. Oh, you got to hit. There you go. All right, so, that was Brian. Anybody else want to jump in? The Discord's open. I'm sitting here waiting on somebody to pop in the queue. We're just going to talk. That's all we're going to do for this whole 2 hours. I'm going to watch this print run and hopefully complete. Since Shane's in here, it probably will. I'll have no issues since he's in here. You'll see yourself out. Take care, my friend. Be careful. Be careful on the roads, brother. Well, I had issue like 5-10 times in a row, and then Shane comes on the show, and I'm like, watch. And it didn't do it anymore. It's like going to the doctor, right? You've been hacking up a lung, and then you go in there. No, Shane, and I did tell you. You hush your mouth, woman. But I did tell you them earlier before you got here. I said, I'm first going to do what Shane told me to do. I followed directions. I did a load off filament, so they all loaded. Yay. Well, thank you, John Hammonds. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate it. I'm actually going to screw y'all up one day. I'm going to hit the go button, and my wife's just going to be back here, and she's going to have to fill in for me for 2 hours. Solid. Just solid fill in. I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to come to the door and go, hey, Miss So-and-so's chat. No, Shane, but I didn't have any other ideas. Still don't have a call-in. Nobody wants to get on Discord and have a chat? Of course not. They want to look at my pretty face and just talk to me. No, man. Come on. Somebody out there wants to chat. But so far, so good. I mean, this is turning out. It's going well right now. Let me see here. Yeah. There we go. Let's get the camera over here. I know the light sucks on it, but you got to do what you got to do. And I'm actually using the number 3, 4, and 5 filaments back there. Oh, you're on the phone? Oh, Colin Hill's on here. He'll get in here. He always does. Hold on. Here we go. What's up, Colin?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good, brother. Let me edit your sign back because it was you to begin with.
Hey, what?
You were the last person I talked to, so it still had your name on it.
Was I really?
Yeah.
That can't be true. Wow.
So.
Yeah, hey, I'm sorry. I missed your interview yesterday. I was so pissed.
Did you go back and watch it?
I will.
Okay.
I hadn't had a chance to do so, but I was thinking about the Armatron. I saw I don't know if you guys, anyone here follows Retro Man Cave. It's a YouTube channel, a guy out of the UK that collects old computers and does teardowns and repairs and that sort of thing. Very cool stuff. He had a video on the Armatron a while back. Apparently that was a $35 toy back then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember. I actually remember that, buddy.
That was, I mean, that's unbelievable. Unbelievably cheap. But yeah, it was very very rudimentary.
Yeah, I have to tell Guido, and I'm not going to murder your last name. Hello. Welcome to the Kuntry Club. I don't remember seeing your name before, but I cannot pronounce that. But
Did
yeah,
you have a big track?
What's that? Say again?
Did you have a big track toy?
A big track? No, I did not.
That was a slick one. It was a little tank. It was semi-programmable. Kind of cool. You could run it around obstacle courses and that kind of thing. I think that came out in like '77, actually.
I wonder if Ivan Miranda helped design. No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't even born. He wasn't even born yet.
The thing was awesome. It was like, was it Milton Bradley? I think that made that thing. but there were all sorts of good things. There's all sorts of good stuff out there. And of course, there was Tomy and their various robots. You get any of those at any point? No, you're a bit older than me, so that came out in the mid '80s, I guess, so that you wouldn't have had those.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hey, Ron, how are you? Everybody, you know what to do. Ben started it all for us, and Don took it, but everybody welcome Guido to the Country Club. But no.
Hey, Guido, how's it going, man?
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I was born in 72, so mid 80s, you know, I was 14, 15. I had other things on my mind than robot toys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But no, it really makes me feel old, like, watching, you know, what people consider to be vintage, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Ricky Tanner and his, you know, his remakes of G.I. Joe vehicles. That just it's terrifying how old it must actually be.
Well, you know, it was really funny, man, because me and my wife were talking about age, and that I'm going to take it that way for a minute. I went and looked at new homes today, right? Well, when I was walking through, I was like, no, I don't like that for the kitchen, and that shower's cool and blah blah blah, right? And my wife and I were talking afterwards, and I was like, because I know what she likes, what she would look for in a home if we were looking for one or whatever. And I said, but I was actually, you know how when you're starting out, like when we were looking for a new home when we first got married, we were looking for, okay, we're going to have kids, so they're going to be running, and we won't want this room for that and that and that, you know. And this time I was like, no, this is where I want to end my life. That's what I'm looking for now. So it's a whole shift in thought process. You know what I mean?
Well, it's weird because if you look at homes and, you know, the build quality and the size and so on, you've got starter homes, which are nice and small but are very low build quality. Then you've got, you know, your mid-range homes that are really properly suited for people.
Right.
And then you've got people who are retiring. There are two choices. You can get a giant house with the vain belief that your grandchildren are going to come visit you all the time.
Right.
Or you can get a smaller home. But all you have in that space are these starter homes that
right.
are just totally unsuitable for a person, you know, at that stage in life.
Or these tiny homes that they're now living in. I said hey to Ricky.
Little fetish.
I said hey to Ricky earlier, but I did not say hello to Jesse Foreman yet. So hey, Jesse. But yeah, no, the tiny home thing. The one that we built for my daughter and son-in-law was a 16 by 40, right? And we made it a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment. And that doesn't sound that small when you say it, but that's a small place over there. 16 by 40, okay? Some of these
figure out what that is relative to what I'm sitting in right now.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. What square footage is that? It's not a lot.
No, not at all.
16 times 40. That's 640 square feet. My bad. I probably could have done that in my head faster than I took.
We all should have been able to do that in our head. Did anyone in chat manage to do that in their head?
Yeah, Guido, it is moving along. Yes, it is. But we turned it into a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and that thing is tiny. Okay, it's a tiny home. Some of these things are like 300 square feet, like half that size, or 200 square feet. I'm like, you can't even turn around in 200 square feet.
Yeah, people love it though, and they'll just buy huge tracts of land to put it on.
Oh, I know.
Because they can afford to, you know.
Right.
But, wow.
I don't know though, man. I've watched that tiny house building or whatever, and they're like, okay, we're building this 240 square foot space for them, and you know their budget is roughly $70,000, and I'm like, for 240 square feet?
Yeah,
what?
There's, you know, on the other extreme, there's what is it, like Extreme Treehouse Builders or something?
Oh, yeah,
one of these things on the Home and Garden TV, right?
Yeah.
These are people who have their, several $1 million worth of house and decide that they're going to build a $500,000 worth of treehouse.
Right.
Some of those things are very cool, though. There was one, they had a writer who wanted to build a little retreat for themselves where they could get away from everything and write their next book.
Yeah. I did see one of the tiny, I've seen the tree houses, but some of those I'm like, dude, that's nicer and bigger than my house, man.
Yeah, I know. It's terrifying.
I was like, why?
Yeah.
But it was funny because I was watching that tiny house show one time, and this guy built this tiny house, and they came back a year later to see how they liked it. And he's like, oh, I love it. And they go, well, have you made any improvements to your land or whatever? He said, yeah, I built an 80 by 70 garage out back. They're living in a 210 square foot house, and he's got a garage that's 80 by 70 out behind him. I'm like, sure you are.
Yeah, a buddy of mine had, I don't know, like a $250,000 worth of house. He attached to it a $250,000 worth of garage that that ended up being his makerspace. This is back in like 2000 or so, so he had his makerspace, his 8-car garage, above his 8-car garage, and then he had another separate room on the second story that was his server room with full HVAC and under the floor, and he had a raised floor on a second story of this thing. It was crazy.
I need to say hello to Dieninger. Everybody, welcome him to the Country Club. I haven't seen that name before. Thank you for being here.
How's it going, man? Dwayne's been hanging out with us with Don and Mike in the mornings.
Okay. Welcome, buddy. I hadn't seen you here, so thank you for being here. Everybody, welcome him to the Country Club. You know how this works. We did it before. We'll do it again. But Don and Guido say they live in 600 square foot apartments. The problem, like me, this house is 1,256 square feet. We were a family of 6 living in that. Okay. So in 600 square feet, I could see it being my wife and myself. I could not see a family of 4 living in that space.
Yeah, I mean, 600 square feet is workable for 2, maybe 3 people, maybe.
With a small child, I could see that.
Yeah.
And that's when my daughter and son-in-law, when we built that for them, the baby was newborn. So up to, she was 2.5 years old, 3 years old, 2.5 years old, something, 3, when they moved and went to Arizona. So, she was still small. So, yeah, and Guido's a bachelor, so it's good for him. Don's a bachelor, so it's good for him. So, but
is Shane still in chat here?
Shane from Prusa, would you please come to the chat room?
Well, I was inspired by his show to try and print the skull candy dish,
right?
Which of course requires 3 different parts. One of them requiring 15 hours, the other requiring 10 hours, and the other one requiring something less than that. So, needing to use at least 2 printers to do this, I needed to make some more space. In order to make some more space, I decided I was going to print myself a new spool holder, a nice low-profile one, because I couldn't use the one on top of the Mark III in the space that I had for it. I found this model, and we have an ongoing discussion about this on the morning show, or we did for a while, that had a Lego base to it. And that gets back to my point, or the comment I made earlier about your snake, peeling off, tiny little strips of a single layer failure. So picture a Lego base 3 by 16 with tiny little circles all stuck to the thing, and then it fails. Right, and this is not on the Prusa where you could. Well, I did it on both. Right, I made 5 different attempts on my printer that had a solid build plate with build tack, and then the Prusa, and each one failed. The Prusa, at least you could bend the thing, but it didn't matter because the bendable plate, you still couldn't scrape the damn things off of it. But eventually I settled on this technique of putting tape over it and scraping under the tape to make sure that they didn't go flying everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I guess it was Chris Riley who said he doesn't vacuum his garage, his basement, because he'd lose too many screws and things.
Yeah,
that had been dropped. Yeah, at some point you gotta clean these places up. I'm worried when that day arrives.
I will tell you, mine. Like I said, mine. I put this click lock flooring down on top of the carpet that was in here.
On top of the carpet. Yeah,
it's not like that's what I'm getting at. It's not. I didn't put it down permanently. I just had some leftovers where we did the room in the other room in there. So I just
that
made.
Must make for a very exciting, almost amusement park ride worth of experience in your room there.
Yeah, no, it's really funny because they're like 4-foot strips. So, I had enough to put 2 strips down half of the room, and then I've only got a 4-foot section right here. Well, they've come apart with my fat ass rolling all over them,
Yeah.
So it really is fun to move around in here right now. And I really need to take everything out of this room, get the carpet out, replace the floor, and redo the flooring. So that is a, that's a project that is coming. It just isn't coming anytime soon. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Thank you for coming back. But just so yeah, like you were talking about, Chris talking about cleaning his up. Yeah, I dread doing this one. I dread it. That's why I didn't do it on my 2 weeks off.
Well, back when you started, you were saying that you had to cover a hole in your floor.
Yeah, it's still there. I just have the 4-foot things over the top of it.
But the hole exists through the carpet through the floor?
No. The carpet. This thing was made in 1980, and they used that particle board crap.
Right.
Well, with Florida humidity, that just eats that up. Okay. So basically, all it was a soft spot that was a dip.
Ah.
Okay. So the carpet wasn't torn. I mean, you couldn't see the ground. But if I was to put my whole weight on it, then I'm sure my feet would have reached the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I bought my place, you walk around the place, you try to check it out, evaluate it for as best you can. And there was this place in the kitchen where I could jump up and down, and it was very bouncy. I said, "This is exciting." I didn't stop to think about it.
Yeah.
And recently ended up replacing the flooring, and we ended up replacing all the subfloor, all the particle board, because exactly that. In North Carolina, the humidity is not quite as bad as Florida, but it's right up there.
And see, this wasn't near that bad when we moved in. 2 girls shared this room for the last 8-10 years, and there wasn't this issue. It was once we actually got the girls out of here, and I don't know if it was. I don't know why it did it after that, but this actually all happened pretty much after that. After they were out of this room.
Well, I guess that's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, now it could have been that they were so light, they're walking on it and all this other stuff, and then my heavy butt comes back here and I start walking on it, and well, how that works.
Well, I figured it had something to do with you moving furniture once they had moved out, moving a bed from point A to point B. It had settled in and balanced properly and whatever it was, but as soon as you had to move it, that probably did some serious damage to the subfloor.
Yeah, well, the thing is they had the small bunk beds.
Yeah.
We got them back in, 98, I think we bought those. And we had them everywhere, since that we'd lived since then. And we had taken them apart, so it was like 2 single beds. But, I mean, they really didn't weigh anything. They didn't put any weight on the floor, just light beds like that.
Yeah.
All right, so if anybody else wants to call in, y'all get in the queue, and I'll kick Colin out of here. I mean, we can sit here and talk all day.
To say here, you're making this difficult for us. Come on.
Somebody else wants to jump on the Discord and hop in the queue. We'll sit here and talk for a minute. I mean, we're almost an hour into this thing. I don't need but a couple more callers. Come on.
Somebody. Anybody.
So Shane agreed to be on my show next week as an interview.
That should be fun. Shane's a pretty good guy.
No, actually, I didn't call for you, Shane. Colin asked for you. He was talking about something you had done on your channel, and he wanted you to hear what he was saying.
Oh, I was just saying, that, Shane, that I was very impressed with your choice of print, and I've undertaken that same one, the Skull Candy Dish, and had some challenges in getting space for all three printers that I needed to run at the same time. That in itself was an odyssey. But it is an awesome print.
What's up there, Minnesota Maker? I don't think I told you, hey. I try to tell everybody, you know, if I get a whole bunch more subscribers that watch on a regular basis, that's going to be difficult.
Just trying to keep track of everybody?
Yeah, I don't think, like, if I ever get to where I have people watching, what's up, Steven? Like Neres does, I don't think I could ever keep up with that. And just remember who, you know, I've told hey and who I haven't.
About 2 hours ago, I was having a conversation with a guy about I can't remember the name of the guy who did this study, but there was a number of the maximum number of people a person can keep track of generally in life. And, in the early 90s, it was about 125 or 150 people.
Yeah.
Names, for example. Whereas now, apparently, millennials can keep track of upwards of 500 people in their lives. It's a tough deal. You managed to. That's a skill in and of itself, right? You can have the gift of gab. You can have have a genial personality. But if you can remember names and faces, that will serve you well in life, no matter what else you do. And that's one thing I can't do worth a damn. So
yeah, me either, man. Me either. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, a few I will remember and stuff like that. But you know, it's kind of like at IRF, you know, or even on here, people come up and say, "Well, I said hello to you at Murph," and I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm sure you did." You know, and it's just like when I went to, where did we go? Oh, when we were in Gainesville, and I met up with Josh, Alien 3D, and I can't remember the kid's name now. But anyway, the guy hit me up, and he's like, well, hey, I'm here. I would like to meet up with you guys. And I'm like, okay, sure, why not? You know, just come meet us we went to Longhorn Steakhouse, and I got an appetizer. And anyway, the kid comes in, and he's talking. He's like, yeah, I was the guy from one of the kids from Florida that you talked to at IRF. And I'm like, oh, you were there with somebody else? And he's like, well, I was there with 3 people. I was like, yeah, but one of them didn't talk, you know? And he's like, yeah, that was me. I was like, oh yeah, me and my wife were trying to remember who you were, and we couldn't remember who you were, you know? But I didn't remember his face when I first saw him. He had to tell me. Was
he wearing a little helmet that made him look like a space lord?
No.
No, that was a different guy. Different guy. Okay.
Different guy.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, no,
that's what
no,
Star-Lord.
Wait, that was
different guy.
Are you talking about at Murph, or are you talking about at IRF?
You said IRF.
Oh, yeah, no, you know, it's funny because Joe Mike Terranella, at Murph, he actually took that helmet and ran around the room. That's why I was wondering.
Oh, no. I was remembering your video where you interviewed Star-Lord at IRF.
Yeah.
Bastard
didn't want to talk to me.
I didn't want to say a damn thing. Yeah.
He did not want to talk to me. I don't get it. And
some interviews, they just don't go well.
No, Matt, I will never forget you. Not ever. That was your Star-Lord mask. I know it was. You were right by my table at Murph. And I really hope you're right beside me again at IRF, or at Murph again. That would be three shows in a row where his table is like right next to mine.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think Carl thinks it's cool.
Well, yeah, you're taking away from his audience.
No, man, no way, man, no way.
Gather around. Let's stare at Walter.
Yeah. Carl he said, I got him to talk to me and wish he didn't.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, well, you know, my biggest issue, and I've said it several times, with getting like a table or anything at any of these shows is I don't like to leave the table. And it's so hard to answer everybody's questions because I'm one of those that jumps to the next person, and I've done it several times on here, and my wife gets on to me because, you know, I'll miss a question or I'll half-ass answer a question. And I do that in person too. Because I'll answer a question and then I'll say, hey, how you doing? And they'll ask me a question and all I was doing was saying, hey, but they'll get me off track and I'll start talking to them and leave this person hanging. This other person's going, what the hell, dude?
Well, I think there's a lot to be said for going to these events as a group, right? You get 3 or 4 guys, you get one table, right? You know, two guys will man the table while the other 2 wander around, check everything out. Then you switch off. And it'll also reduce the, you know, your feeling of obligation to have to fill the entire table with stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Christopher? And I am not going to pronounce your last name because I will ruin it. Everybody welcome Christopher to the Country Club because I have not seen that name before. Thank you, Don, for starting us off. But, yeah, no, and Matt even said everybody kept asking him at Earth, did you see this or that? He said he didn't need to walk around. He knew what everything was there, you know?
Yeah,
but,
well, that's true. I mean, you get a pretty good handle on what's going on in the community at any given time. And, yeah, I had that same experience. I really want to see something new and different.
Right,
you know?
right.
I already watched the video on this. I already watched the video on this.
Right.
Yeah, very frustrating.
What's up there, Patrick? How are you, buddy?
Fun. Okay, someone's got to come in here.
All right, guys, somebody get on the Discord. The link is in the description below. Click on Discord. Click on the queue under interview channels, and I'll drag you into the private. Colin, thank you for calling in, buddy. I'll go ahead and take it from here if you want to step out, and I'll wait for somebody else to call.
I'm losing my voice at this point. All right, hey, have a good one.
All right, buddy. You too. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, Carl, get on here. Hold on, I got to catch up. My wife's been talking to Ashley behind my back. I do leave her at the table. She don't want to get up and go see anybody.
Yeah, someone's losing my voice at this point. Yeah.
All right, I pulled Colin out of there. Sorry about that. Should call in from the living room. Why? She could just walk back here and sit on camera. I'll get up and leave. Christopher, how are you, buddy? Thank you for coming. Sorry, you came in on the call-in show where I try to interact with chat as much as I can, and I don't get to. Matt, you get on the phone, man. Come on. No, you don't have to if you don't want to. Patrick, one of y'all. How's your, leaving her at the table? Yeah. No, this is my normal internet. I mean, I'm running at the normal speed, so I don't know. What do you mean, wait? Call my mom? I ain't calling my mama. She called in the other day, and I talked forever. Got a dog that won't stop barking. Yeah, you going to call in on Discord? You going to get on Discord and talk to me, Shane? We're doing an interview next Wednesday, but you're still welcome to get on here. Nobody's in here yet. If you don't know how to use Discord, you open it, you click on Q over on the left-hand side under interview channels, and then I can drag you right up as long as you have a microphone. You got a channel for TH3D, my work time here in Hawaii. Oh, it's your work time. I got you. Well, you know, you're welcome to get on my Discord as well. Hold on. All right. Here, I'm going to say this. 3D Maker Kid, are you on the show right now? All right. So, sleeping in the room above me, so I need to be quiet. Okay. All right. I don't care, Dawn. I really don't care. If you... Patrick Niegenhoff, yes, I did. I did tell him, hey. My wife's trying to keep me honest. There's Dawn. What's up, Dawn? Welcome to the Country Club, buddy. I don't hear you.
How's it going, Walter?
There, we can hear you. It's going good, buddy. How you doing?
Everything's okay.
Good.
Right now I'm printing the, what's it called again? The TOS. Oh man, what's that thing called again?
I don't
remember the name. The Battlestar Galactica TOS.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. But that darn thing, I started with the back part because that's the biggest one. 57 hours printing time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little snake, when I sliced it, said it was 7.5 hours.
Yeah. But the one strange thing, just like with Cura, however, I must say S3D is a little bit exacter. They were much of the time off by maybe a half hour. But Cura, within an hour or 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was hearing you talking about apartments, And
yeah.
like I wrote in the chat, my apartment converted from 55 square meters. That's about 604 square feet.
Right.
Yeah, such an apartment like that, 2 people can live in that. A man and a wife, or a man and a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But with a child, you can forget it. And I have to use a third, almost a half of my living room just for my makerspace.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we converted that. It was a small building, and we converted it to a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and it worked out great for what they needed. And I was talking to my wife earlier. Instead of getting into a whole new mortgage and all that, when my dad passes, God forbid anytime soon, but we could move into that and then remodel this house while we're living in that one. So
yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, what's the problem? Do you have to get out of that mobile home because of the age of it, or?
No, it's just old, man. I mean, really, it's got a lot of problems, a lot of issues.
I hear you.
So yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. Oh wait, yeah. I forgot.
Oh, and by the way, I mean, it might have been hard to keep on topic yesterday, but that was one hell of a good stream last night.
Yeah, did you like that?
Oh yes, I did.
Good.
Dr. Rodney McKay.
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, and it was really, really difficult for me not to just geek out and start talking about Stargate and Cube. I mean, we did a little bit, but I tried to stop myself from just going off down that well.
Yeah, and don't forget Stargate Atlantis.
Oh yeah, well, Stargate Atlantis was the one that that actually paid for the house he lives in.
Yeah, I heard that too.
So I thought it was a good chat. We had a good chat, and I didn't ask too many questions. So it wasn't as much an interview as it was just hanging out and chatting and learning something about somebody, which I actually liked. I liked it a lot, being able to do that. Not just going, okay, what do you see next in 3D printing? What do you want to do with 3D printing? Blah, blah. I wasn't just one right after the other with that. I really got to sit down and just chat. And if he took it off a little bit, then, we'd go that way. But then we'd brought it back. Carl, he was actually in SGU, so,
Yeah.
But,
that's just like how I do for example, on my Saturday, when I do the live streams, I do the Google Hangout. And, the guys, in 3D World, they're more than welcome to come and join in. We all try to keep it on the topic from 3D printing, but every once in a while it jumps off a bit.
Right.
Yeah. And, Mike Wiley, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, same way there, too.
Hey, Martin, I see you in the queue, buddy. I'll get to you in just a second. We get done talking with Don.
Yeah, no problem there. No problem.
But
I thought it might be a good idea to just jump in and say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, and Martin, yeah, that's also a good friend. Yeah, maybe I should just say, take it easy, have a nice day, and we'll catch you the next time.
All right, Don. Thank you for jumping in, buddy. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. No problem. Let's Martin jump in now. Huh?
I will. Thank you very much. Talk to you later, Don.
Okay, take care, buddy.
What's up there, Martin? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Now I have the right audio outputs and inputs selected.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I do that sometimes myself. You have watched my mail things, right? When I don't even turn it on?
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw you. I was going back and forth and I heard you were asking people if somebody would jump in the queue, so I did.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm just working on my extruder mount setup for my CR10.
Oh, yeah?
I made a new version for Bontech as hot end cooling as well. First version didn't work, so I had to redesign it, and that meant I had to redesign the mount to accommodate the fan, and it was quite a lot.
Cool, Martin. Now, I got a question. I know you got your MK3. Did you order an MMU as well? Do you have one coming?
No, I don't have one. I was deciding between the Pallet 2 and the MMU.
Uh-huh.
Ended up deciding on the Pallet.
Oh, well, that's cool, though. I can't wait to see when you get it and you start using it, man.
Yeah, it'll be cool to try it out. I haven't seen a Pallet before, but I really liked the version 2 that was coming out, so I decided to make an order for it.
Yeah, everybody's telling me I'm loud and you're not, so I'm gonna turn you up just a little bit. You stay where you're at now.
Yeah, okay.
That should be better. Yeah, I think the last time Lightspeed, when I had this on, somebody had a really loud mic, so I had to turn it down, and I just forgot to turn it back up. Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to switch between everything.
So I got a question for you, Martin. How's the weather over there right now, man?
Currently, it's okay. It has been raining today. Quite a lot of wind. Now this time of year, we're getting quite a lot of strong wind, like mini hurricanes coming over the Atlantic.
Yeah.
They can be quite strong.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny because the one that destroyed everything here, it went straight across the Atlantic and hit France as a storm over there.
Yeah. Many of the storms we have originate in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Come up by the east coast and then go over to Iceland.
Yeah.
Over to Norway usually.
Yeah,
it's
we're always you know, it's funny because we sit down here and I mean even when we're in the Gulf, you know, and we're watching it, we're like, okay, turn west or turn east so you don't come here. But most of them that come from the African coast, you know, that we watch for weeks, we're like, okay, turn north. And nobody ever thinks of, you know, you're sending it to somebody else to deal with, right? You know?
Yeah, they don't disappear into the Atlantic.
Right.
They just go, if they don't hit the Caribbeans, they usually tend to go up and end up in Iceland instead. So.
Yeah, I know, and I've always, even when I was a kid, I used to watch them, you know, and they would come and they would take that northerly turn out in the Atlantic, and I'm like, sweet, we don't have a hurricane coming anymore. Never thought once about, you know, there's people that live on the other end of that northward turn.
Yeah, yeah, but normally because the ocean here is not so hot.
Yeah,
they don't escalate as they go norther.
Right. Yeah, no.
They reach into the Gulf and escalate. So
and that's what made this one so bad is that we didn't have any cold water to slow it down because it's been so hot. I mean, it's hot now. It's 89 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now.
Yeah, okay. We have been just about freezing for the last 2 weeks or so. We had a little bit of snow here in Reykjavik. But in the northern part of Iceland, we have snow already. So
yeah. No, and they do north of here. It's like the whole state of Florida decided it wasn't going to participate in fall this year.
Yeah. It's been really strange weather also in Europe. It's very warm there as well. So.
It's all these 3D printers that are going off. The heat beds are making it warmer climate.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're heating up everything.
Yeah, I guess his name's Dwayne. I'm not sure, but Dwayne, I guess, is still dealing with high water and rivers in South Carolina after the storms. So, yeah, most people, they look at it on TV and they go, "Man, that's terrible." Yeah, and it's 1,000 times worse when it hits your house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We have had, like, I was converting the wind speeds to the measurements we use here in Iceland.
Yeah.
Like the hurricane level 4 or whatnot, and we had similar types of weather up in the mountains where basically we don't have people living. And I've been myself, because I'm part of the search and rescue teams.
Yeah.
And I've been out and about on my rescue vehicles in worse weather than the hurricane winds. So it's I know the feeling. There is nothing gonna stand on the ground. You can't leave the vehicle. You have to park it in a way to open the door to get the people that are in trouble. So it's very difficult to operate in those winds.
Yeah, it's just been extremely hot here, man, and the weather is unseasonably hot, and it's supposed to be cool starting Sunday, I think, for us. So that's fantastic for me.
Yeah, and how's the humidity? Is it really?
Here, let me look right now, because it's really high, and I know it is because the backs of my knees are sweating, and it's 72 degrees in my house. So it's nice and cool in my house, and the humidity is still high. So let me see what we got here. It's 73% humidity outside right now.
Yeah.
Which is not as bad as most days.
Yeah, I was in New Orleans last year for a convention at work, and it was really hot, but the humidity was killing me. I was like just standing just going out from the hotel, standing in the street, just sweating like I don't know what.
I know exactly what you mean. Hey, Shawna, how are you, buddy? I know exactly what you mean, man. I mean, that's what we live in, you know?
Yeah, I'm not really comfortable with that type of high humidity. I don't mind the heat. I was in London this summer, and it was 32 degrees C, and I guess that is
pretty warm.
90 Fahrenheit or something like that. But I didn't mind because the humidity wasn't so high. So.
Right. Well, I know that here, you know, we get reduced humidity most of the time. It's late November through about March. The humidity goes down that's basically our winter months, you know, through the 1st of March. And so from the 1st of December to 1st of March, the humidity stays down, but that's it. The rest of the year, it's just high.
Yeah.
Hey, did anybody see that Sean left? He said he's back, but I didn't even notice he was gone. No, I'm just kidding, Sean.
Yes. Yeah.
So, Martin, are you planning a trip to Murph next year?
Yeah, I'm coming. I booked hotel and flights, and everything is set.
Yeah, we haven't done that. I'm not going to book my hotel or anything until about January, I think.
Yeah, I made my reservation at the Hampton Inn.
Yeah,
it's pretty close.
That's where everybody stayed last time. I'm probably going to stay in that Quality Inn where we stayed before. It was right in front of the Hampton, you know, right there beside the Hampton.
Yeah,
and it was a very, very nice hotel. So.
Yeah, I saw the tweets. People were saying they were staying in the Hampton Inn, so I decided to do as well.
Yeah, actually, Joe Prusa and Shane and all those guys, they stayed in our hotel.
Yeah. At Earth, I stayed at a nice place and all, but it was just the next town of where pretty much everyone was staying.
Yeah.
So I had to drive, it was just a 10-minute drive by the highway, But
Yeah.
it's no big deal. But I couldn't sit down with the people at the remaining of the night and have a beer and such, because it was me and Aries from today's print. We were we were sharing a hotel room. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so it was. I didn't have one beer that trip, the whole trip.
Well, I have to say I enjoyed staying with Uncle Ron and Glenn and James from Print and Play and Grisella and the kids. I enjoyed it tremendously. It was fantastic. So
it was cool visiting you guys at the house.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. You coming out there and hanging out with us for a while.
Yeah, seeing the projects James were doing. It was a crazy amount of projects he was pulling up at last minute.
Yeah. I've got somebody that wants to come in. By 7, I don't know who By 7 is on Discord, but you need to click on the cube below the interview channels, and I'll drag you in when I get done talking with Martin.
Yeah, you can switch over. I just wanted to chip in.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. Well, Martin, it's always nice to talk to you, buddy, and I can't wait to see you again at Murph, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bye.
All right, so I've got it's Felipe Goncalves. Sweet. What's up, my friend? Wait, we don't have no microphone. Unmute your mic.
Okay.
There you go. Now I can hear you.
I turned off the there you go.
How are you, buddy?
Good. I just got home after like hour and a half driving. How are you, buddy?
Oh, you gotta mute your YouTube.
You hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Make sure that your output is correct on your Discord, so it's going to your speakers or something.
Seems like it mute that when I mute the YouTube.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, now I'm not getting the echo from the YouTube. That's why I was saying mute YouTube. All right. So how have you been?
I was just driving from the other side of the state. I got an hour and a half to get home today.
And what state is that, Felipe? I don't know where you live, buddy.
In Georgia?
Georgia? No, that's where my wife is from.
It's going around 285.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You had told me to stop by if I went that way, and I haven't been that way yet. That's right. You have to forgive me, man. My memory is not what it used to be. Now I see your microphone was lit up, but I didn't hear you say anything.
It seems like when I'm watching you talking on the YouTube, it seems like we're way out of sync from when I actually see you.
Well, yeah, it will be. Can you not hear me through Discord? All right, I can't hear you now.
Microphone is doesn't have the dash on it. It's lit up.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But if you're trying to listen through YouTube, it's going to be way behind the Discord.
Oh, so when I see you moving, that's different than when I hear you from the Discord.
Correct. Yes, when on the screen here, are you listening through Discord right now?
I'm listening to Discord and I'm seeing the video from YouTube.
All right, I'm going to give you a thumbs up right now. That's how much delay you have in YouTube.
One of the guys who've been kind of watching from the first shows. I started the whole 3D printing back in February, I think.
Yeah.
Beginning of March.
Yeah.
CR10.
Yeah.
Start printing toys left and right, and I didn't have time to print my stuff, and end up buying a ANET A8 for the kids.
Right.
The family keep growing, and now I'm upgrading the ANET A8 with the aluminum frame, MGM12 bearings.
Oh, so you're making you an AM8 kit now?
Yeah, but the bearings I'm changing to MG.
Okay.
They're very, very sturdy.
Right. What's up, Kit? How are you, buddy? Yeah, I will tell you that once you get it upgraded and you get it changed over to the AM8, even if you weren't doing the bearing upgrade, you would love it.
Probably by Christmas I'll get the multi-material upgrade as well.
Sweet. Now you said you've only been doing this since February, which I started on YouTube like January the 28th, so I've only been doing the YouTube since January 28th. I was printing before that because I had my ANET A8, and then I changed it over to my printed extrusion, what do they call it, the Kuntry bow. And I've still got it. I still love it. It's still a good machine. So I have upgraded all the electronics though.
I remember when you start talking about printing the extrusions, and and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that too. And then I print one, and it took way too long. And I look at the price of the aluminum. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go aluminum.
Right. Yeah, I didn't do it because it was practical. I did it because it was just something to do.
When I talk with my friends and I say, yeah, you can 3D print and not the print, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
And it just kind of blew that. And I was like, I got to have at least one piece that's printed.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you print a piece on the AM8, just print like the top crossbar or something.
I already got that.
Yeah. No, when I printed mine, I put all of the pieces on the bed, and it was like 120 hours or something like that. It was like 10. It was a long time. And with the ANET A8, you have issues, right? So I'm in like hour 96, and I'm going, please don't die, please don't die. And that was before I even thought about, okay, well, since I've printed this tall, I could measure it and then print one starting from there, the rest of the height, and then do it. I didn't even think about that.
Print that fails, probably about 80% is I was printing a Pikachu for one of my kids, and I did some of the computer, and then they canceled the print, and I got a Pikachu with a half a head, and I was like, that, and then print the other half, and then glue in, and that's been about a month and a half.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. So how do you like 3D printing so far? How do you like the 3D printing community, and the people that you meet and talk to? How do you like it so far?
The first one I'm talking to, so.
Say again?
You're the first one I've been talking to.
Well, you've been in chats though.
No, it is a hobby that's amazing. You see a lot of support and stuff. We went to a meeting on one of Makers Club close to where we live. And as a matter of fact, next weekend, they're going to have the Atlanta Maker Fair. Take my boys there. And yesterday, they have a little special on YouTube. They're showing what they're going to bring and who's going to be there. And it's pretty exciting. And that's what you just said on the show. The Maker Fair is not only 3D printing, but they bring, the Arduino, they bring the wood shop and all the other stuff. So
right.
Cool thing with the kids.
Well, I think it's cool when you can have a community space like that. We don't really have anything like that here. Now I think there are a couple 3D printers at the high school now, which is cool, but they don't. Most of the administration of our schools, they just don't understand it, and they don't really. It's not their favorite thing to do. You know what I mean? It's like our school superintendent, really smart guy, and I love him to death, but he's not a nerd. He's not into the technology side of things like we are. You know, so when they see new stuff like that, it doesn't immediately go, the kids need to know what this is, you know?
I'll tell you, here we in Gwinnett County, and the libraries, most of them already have a 3D print, and you only pay pretty much the filament. I think they charge you 10 cents a gram, or they have some kind of fees just, you know, to cover that cost of material. And I did a couple classes before I bought the printer with the county.
Yeah.
A meeting with the librarian, and then they, you know, explained some stuff to me. And the guys are all geeks, and, you know, they love that stuff. And the Gwinnett is very pushing their kids. And then on my kids' school, and have a teacher there that every morning he goes to my car and start talking about, what did you print? What did you bring? And I'm printing stuff, you know, for fun. It was a model on Thingiverse with the 3D periodic table.
Yeah.
Print out the elements on different colors, and the bearing is 3D print. So the whole thing is 3D print is huge. And I print that, and all the kids loved. Now it's being displayed at the school library. So almost every week I make a different puzzle. I print a puzzle from somebody else, and I take that to school, and the kids just have a blast with it.
Right. All right, I've got to spell your name right. I was sitting here talking, and I didn't even change the name on the screen. Everybody thinks I was still talking to Martin. Sorry, Felipe.
You're gonna have another 3 guesses, and my name is gonna be there. So.
Well, no, here we go. I got your name now. You are on the screen. Sorry, everybody. I forget about that on the screen. Somebody asked me for it one time, and I just forget. But we're talking to Felipe Goncalves. If you'd like to call in, you're welcome to. Got time for one more after Felipe. But, yeah, you know, Felipe, when we were going to IRF, you had asked me to, you know, swing by and you know, go around 285 and stop by and see you. I try my best not to go to Atlanta. I try my best.
I drive that truck every day, and I know how it goes. But
yeah, no, my second daughter was born in Atlanta, and we had to spend 2 weeks up there. And yeah, no, I try my best not to drive there. I have family. I have family that lives just outside of Atlanta. Actually, some cousins and stuff like that. Say again.
Cares about?
I don't know. He got out of the Navy and retired up there at something they had for the Navy or something. He's well, from down here, he's at the top left-hand corner of Atlanta that way.
Actually, it was where I was working, close to Marietta and Smyrna.
Yeah, on the west side, yeah.
On the top of 75. I'm on the other side of 85.
Right.
So it's about an hour and a half from there. Unfortunately, the job was, you know, I was like, well,
yeah,
the job.
Hey, you know what? That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. But I just, you know, I'm one of those that I don't like traffic. That's the biggest gripe I had about going to IRF was the traffic. Going to Goshen, Indiana, we got in zero traffic there or back. I mean, really, even going through Indianapolis, Indiana, there was no traffic on that trip. And
because that's Atlanta.
Yeah. But when we got into Maryland, oh my God. And Atlanta's bad, but Maryland's even worse, man. Up around Baltimore and Washington and all that. It's worse there. The traffic is worse. I don't know how it was worse, but it's worse.
Well, this morning, I feel like everybody trying to go to work at the same time because 16 to jump on 85, and it was literally a parking lot. I was there, stopped, not moving for at least 15 minutes. And what it should take me 50 minutes, it took almost 2 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Bye, Ashley. Have a good night. I couldn't live there, man. I couldn't do that. You know, now don't get me wrong. If it meant that that's the only place I could get a job and I needed it to support my family and stuff I would do it. But no, if I have any other choice, no, we're not ever, not ever.
Well, I live in Lawrenceville, so it's kind of away from that whole craziness of the traffic and stuff. And, you know, I have some days that I drive a little bit to, you know, get a job done. But where I live, you know, it still have a bunch of trees and the parks are gorgeous. You know,
yeah, I get it, man. I mean, the areas are beautiful everywhere. I mean, even when we went through Baltimore, you know, and we were stuck in traffic, you're still looking out the window going, that's gorgeous. That's a gorgeous, you know what I mean? There's pretty stuff everywhere. Just the traffic sucks.
Sure.
Now, how long have you lived up around Atlanta, Felipe?
18 years.
How many? You broke up and I heard nothing. 18. 18 or 15?
I'm here since 2000. So 18.
2000, 18 years. Sweet, man. That was when I started my job in Walmart. I was actually moving to Bentonville, Arkansas in 2000. So that's a long time to live in one place, and it's cool. You know, I mean, we've been here now since we've been back here because I was born and raised here, but we've been back here since 2005, so 13 years. So, you know. So now you where are you from originally, Felipe?
Originally from Brazil.
Brazil. I had an uncle there went and did some work in Brazil. I've never been to Brazil.
It's a nice place to go and visit.
Yeah. It's one of those nice places to visit. Wouldn't want to live there.
So if you turn on the news and you see the whole corruption, they have an election right now, and one of the candidates just got go to the hospital. Somebody stabbed a knife on his belly, and it was bad. I mean, they lied. You know, everybody saw who the guy was, and you know the party that's on the power there, they're on the power for 12 years or so, and they haven't done any good. And now this guy trying to get in and do good, and they almost kill him. And I don't know, the corruption is bad, and I don't know, just I enjoy.
Go ahead.
Here, I mean, I you know, people complain about this and that, but you know, you drive on the roads and you see, you know, the roads being fixed every now and then, and you know, at least here on the part that I live, my car can broke down in the middle of the night, and I know I'm not going to get robbed. I mean, I know it's possible, but in Brazil, most likely you are going to get robbed even if your car don't break down.
Right, you know, and it has to aggravate somebody like you, Felipe, more so than even somebody like me. That because I'm a veteran, I fought for this country, I fought for everybody's right to be how they want to be. If you know all these people, these kids and stuff, complaining about living in the United States, have never seen anything else. You know, they've never been anywhere else. They've never been in another situation. So just because they think it's bad, it's bad. But it's really not bad here.
I appreciate like what you did. You fought for the country, and the freedom that we have here is very well appreciated. You know, you know, the corruption, the bad stuff, the amount of bad people on the road. So I'm not saying Brazil is a bad place. I mean, it's not like that, but I enjoy here better. You know, the freedom. Like if you need the police, you call 911. They're gonna be at your house with minutes. And
yeah,
some
right.
people, it's too long. Well, in Brazil, if you call the number, it might be an hour or two, or they call you back and say, "Hey, we run out of gas. We don't have gas to go there."
Right, right.
If you need to go to the hospital, to the emergency room, you might have to drive a little bit, but it will be a decent room when you get there. And now that in Brazil, oh, you're going to be on the hall if they find a spot on the hall to put you in.
Right.
That the health over there is very bad. And so I really enjoy being here and be able to support my family. in Brazil, I don't think I'll be able to be doing 3D printing.
Oh yeah,
as a hobby.
No, I get it. You know,
it's very expensive, and here, you know, you go to Micro Center, $12, you got a whole spool of filament.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have had some more, but the DHL guy said he came, and I didn't never see him.
Oh, don't let me start with the shipping. Amazon screwed me up just past week. They said that they deliver a package on Sunday. I was watching TV, and the website showing that got delivered at 9:30 at night.
Wow.
Who does deliver at 9:30 at night?
Right.
You know, somebody was working late. I was like, okay, so let me go and check the outside of the house. I went to the front door, nothing. Went to the mailbox, nothing. So I on the house. That's one of the things that I do for a living. So I went to my NVR and I rewind, and I saw a van driveway. The guy got out of the van with the package, and he walked back to the van.
Huh.
So I went to the chat on the Amazon, and you know, it takes a little while to find where the chat is to complain about something.
Right.
And I explained the problem, and they're like, "Oh, we'll get that fixed by tomorrow." The FAQ on Amazon, they say there that, "Oh, your package might show delivered, but it might take 36 hours to show at your door." And
well,
like, with that
doesn't make any sense.
So, you know, I'll wait, you know, I was a nice, you know, wait 2 days. And by, you know, Tuesday night, I have no package. And guess what? It was a package to do something with 3D printing. So the guys say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna refund you the money." And I was like, "Well, I appreciate that, but the problem is I don't have my stuff and I have a project to do." They're like, "Well, but he's showing delivery. Maybe somebody got it." It was the, you know, Amazon delivery guy who got it.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right.
How can you say that? I was like, "Well, do you want to see it?" And I went and I downloaded from the NVR to my computer, and then I published on YouTube. And then the guy's like, "Oh, we can't access YouTube video." I was like, "Well, please get your supervisor and watch it, and you're going to see why I'm complaining."
Right.
Well, it took like a minute or two. They came back like, "We're so sorry. Now we see why you're mad."
Right.
Because they saw the guy out of the van and I was like, you know, that's just crazy. So you can take a pic too. It's just annoying. So now then they transfer me, we escalate the problem, blah blah blah, and I just got the packages downstairs. I'm doing that keyboard with the pinball buttons.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can program that to do whatever you want to do. That's what I'm working on.
I have to say, normally with my post office or with Amazon, I really don't have any issues. Normally, especially like Sunday delivery and stuff like that, mine are normally pretty good because I live in a rural area. There's not a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of packages or stuff that gets delivered on Sunday here, you know, so they don't have a whole lot to go to. So
the link of the YouTube channel, the YouTube video, I think it's like a minute long. Just take a look at it.
Yeah, I will. I've got to stop my print. The white filament for some reason decided it didn't want to print correctly.
Printing something. I don't have the fancy multicolor, but changing filaments, and for some reason I'm always getting stuck with the I always got some kind of clog on it, and then I put something else, and then something else prints fine, and I put the white back, and it clogs. You see the little missing pieces on the white. Right.
Well, this just started not extruding white, so I don't know what was the deal. It's been printing fine, and then all of a sudden decided it didn't want to do the extrusion anymore. So we'll see. Oh, we got somebody being funny on here. It says, "Poop, you're disgusting." Let's see who it is. Let's go check them out. Let's go see if we can find their. Thank you, How I Do It. Appreciate that. I want to go check out their channel though. Go to channel. Sorry, Felipe. Oh yeah, we're not gonna ban him for 300 seconds. We're going to ban him for good. We are going to hide user on this channel.
Since I got you on the line, so if I'm driving, can I join the talking from the cell phone with the Discord on the cell phone?
You should be able to. I'm not sure.
I was trying to log in and it kicked me out, and I was driving. I was like, I'll check that later, and then I got home. Jumped in.
Huh. Well, I'm going to clean off this bed, and I'm going to start a new print and all that stuff. But Felipe, man, it's been great talking to you. I'm going to have to get off here because I'm fixing to do the end of the show. But thank you for calling in, my friend. Anytime on Thursdays when I have a call in, you're welcome to be here, man.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, all right.
I missed it. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Having me on the channel.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank y'all very much. And Felipe, yeah, call in on another Thursday, buddy, because I'm gonna do these more often.
Thank you so much, Walt.
Yep, it was nice talking to you, Felipe. We'll talk to you later, bud. Thanks. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of the Discord now and minimize that. I want to look at his video later. So we've got about 14 minutes. But what happened on the print was the white decided it wanted to skip a few layers and then it wanted to start printing again. I don't know. What's up, Copper Dolphin? I'm sorry, buddy. I did want to tell you hey a while ago and I forgot. I apologize. I saw you come in. I didn't say hey because I was talking to Felipe, and it was hard for me to see or hear Felipe. It was breaking up a little bit or something. And show him, have a good night, buddy. Thanks, Guido. Appreciate that. Yeah, everybody's leaving. Felipe got off. Man, they don't want to listen to me, Matt. But the snake was doing so good. It makes me mad. Come on. This thing was working out perfectly, too, man. I mean, it was looking good. And then it just pooped out. God dang it. That come... Alright, let's try again. This time, though, I want to reset. Check the tip of the... I am, Shane. That's what I wanted to do. I want to move this over so I can see the white filament. Moving the MMU over so I can get to the white. Oh, it's stuck. Why are you not moving? You shouldn't be stuck. Here, let me load number 3. Alright, it says it loaded, so like I said, I'm going to reload it or move it all the way down to 1. Get it in there. It's got a perfect tip on it. I mean, it really does. It's the perfect tip. It's not Repcord white filament. This is 3D Solutech. Yeah, no, Copper Dolphin. I appreciate it, buddy. But Shane, no, it's not the tip. I don't know. And like I said, all of a sudden it started printing again. So whatever it was, it went away. So we're going to do it again. I don't know if I should clean the bed. I'm going to clean the bed again. This time I'm not going to use quite as much alcohol. Oh, yeah, Felipe, if you can still hear me, buddy, get on the chat and type hello so that everybody can look you back up. Thank you for knocking out that troll a while ago, Matt. I appreciate that. My wife is supposed to do it, but she's lazy. She just sits in there and watches and chats with everybody. No, I'm just kidding. She's on her phone. I don't even know if you can do it from your phone. And then again, I don't know that I would trust her if she did. Oh, she's painting. That's right. She's still painting. I should get her to bring those in and show them to you. She took some foam board and she had to freehand draw some Whoville houses and stuff like that. And they turned out really good, and now she's painting them all. And I'm really mad at her because all these years, she's gotten me to draw stuff for the kids because she's like, I can't draw. Then she does all this shit. I'm like, what? Come on. The kids are grown now. You ain't got to draw nothing. So, yeah, it's like, what? Anyway. It might have been her secretly trolling. There's absolutely no doubt about that. I wish David Olson was in here. Wish he would pop in here. Did want to tell him that he's got a package on the way to him. And I am going to, this next week, we are going to do something with these 3D pins that Fernando Pena sent me. We're going to raffle them off, or we're going to do something. You know, I've got some down here in a box that we need to ship on out to folks. Felipe was nice enough to send them to me. I really need to do something with him. Shortly after he sent it, you know, I'm taking 2 weeks off and not doing anything, and then I forgot about them till yesterday. So that's right, Matt. We're on to her. We are. And she's telling me I don't know all her secrets. She's full of crap. She was the one that had me looking for the old folks home today. For her, not for me. All right, so it's loading white first. Sweet. Yeah, you got me. She needs a rest from you. Yeah, she was talking about sleeping in extra rooms. I said, we're not ever doing it. I'm not going to get into the whole discussion, but it became like laughable at the end. Sweet, Dwayne. Yeah, we got it. We have one that's 28 inches wide here. That's what this whole thing back here is for. That folds down. That's our vinyl weeding shelf and all that stuff. We don't do it very much, but it's there. You know, it's funny. Lots of makers have those. And like my wife, she asked for the Cricut, right? The little Cricut thing. I'm like, nah, we can upsize and get one bigger, cheaper. You know, because you can get those U.S. Cutter ones for next to nothing. Well, look cheaper than you can buy a Cricut anyway. Yeah, we've got the U.S. Cutter FH720 or something like that. MH720. I can't remember. It's in there in the living room. I had it in here, but then the printers took over. Yeah, you come on back here with that frying pan, woman, but it better have some food in it. Looks like it did a little better on the first layer this time. What's up, John? How are you, buddy? John's here. It's time to go. Uh-oh. You picked a topic for Matt tomorrow night. What is it? How frying pans hurt your head? Do you? Yeah, we did some t-shirts. You know, we've done several vinyl stickers for cars and stuff of that nature, and it's time consuming. I got it for her and she don't do it. I wish she would do it. Yeah, see, Shane, from Prusa, I didn't change anything. And it's printing perfect white layers. I don't know. Oh, Mrs. Country's coming on F3D PCH tomorrow night. Yeah. Wait on that. We actually have Friday nights for football games. So we're at football games, Matt. Sorry. Oh, wow. And Daryl's coming on? Sweet. I might have to jump on after I get back from the thing. Just say hey to Daryl. John, did you get to catch my interview last night, man? It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed talking with David Hewlett. He was a gracious guest, that's for sure. You're going to tell Country the topic was me. Woohoo! Yeah, that'd be a short topic. He's an ass. All right, we're done. Hey, I hear you. I hear you, brother. Well, go back and watch it, dude. It was pretty good. It really was pretty good. David's a good guy, and he does a lot with the science stuff, with the Arduino stuff and things of that nature, STEM stuff. Trying to see. Yeah, it looks about right. All right. This actually looks like it laid down plastic better. Woohoo! Thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, no problem, John. I just, it was a good one. It really was. And it was more like I want to do from now on. Instead of having like a list of questions that I want answered, just have a chat and then open it up to questions. Because a lot of times, I have questions for the interview. And, I mean, it's not a news interview. You're not trying to get information. You just want to get to know that person. The best way to do it is just to talk. So that's what I did last night, and I tried to keep it mostly on the topic of the 3D printing world, and I did ask a couple questions. But for the most part, we just sit here and chatted, and it was pretty cool. It really was. There you go. Do that, Matt. If we can get it to print, you ain't never got it to print, so. Later, Sean. Have a good night, my friend. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the second hour. Y'all know how to support the channel if you want to. Links are below in the description. Give us a like. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. That type of stuff. Hold on. What type of... Yeah, my wife said I need to bring Jason Momoa on here. That's not happening. I told her she could just hug me and dream. Thanks, Vince. Appreciate it. I do want to ask you, John, what do you want me to say, buddy? Give me a line here. We'll do it. That's right, Vince. It is good to see that they are. Yeah, I don't do intros. I mean, unless you tell me what you want me to say. But I enjoy meeting people. If you haven't noticed it. Hey, we're having Daryl Maloney, a.k.a. the Broken Nerd, on F3D PCH, talking about prop making and how 3D printing's helping. What else you want? Don't do John's work for him. I should have said it like this. Hey, this is Kuntry 3D. We're having Daryl Maloney, a.k.a. the Broken Nerd, on F3D PCH, talking about prop making and how 3D printing is helping him do that. I wish I had one of those voices that goes, in the world of 3D printing, Daryl Maloney is a god among men. Tonight, he'll be on F3D PCH talking about prop making and how 3D printing is helping in those efforts. You like that country sound I did? Sweet. Oh, use that one, huh, Shane? All right. Yeah, I wish I had one of those voices, that they do over the movies where I could do that. I love that. In a world. Well, I can't say it. Touring Carnes 3D tanks, I guess. Okay, cool. That's right. In a world full of information, he tries to teach you what he knows. No need to have someone else do it when you do it. Or just TK for short. All right. Or T3DT. That would work. T3DT. Yeah, that would work. All right, guys. You know what? We're at 7:54. I got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes before I say goodbye. So that the exit, which I still haven't damn changed. Yeah, I wouldn't be a good voice actor. Because the first thing they'd ask me to do is, one more call. Are you calling in? Call in. I don't have time for another call in. I've only got 4 more minutes. It's all right, brother. It's okay. Your dog still hasn't shut up. All right, guys. Well, hey, you know, this is something I want to do on Thursdays, and I've told you that before. But I'm also going to start doing something like the community catch-up does. Not really. I don't want to do what they're doing, but I do need some topics. I mean, because me sitting here talking, which is fine. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can talk for 2 hours most of the time. But, you know, it's difficult to come up with topics every day. Y'all know that. I mean, hell, I can't even get y'all to call in on Thursday and talk about something. Because you ain't got nothing to talk about. You know? But, so, we are going to need to come up with something. But I'm going to start working on some printers next week. Maybe Sunday. You're shy and nervous. Whatever. I do like the microphone out here better, though. Hey, David Olson. I asked about you earlier, buddy. I hope you got my email. Your package went in the mail today. I hope you like the special gift that I put in there that I was supposed to mail off like 2 months ago. My lazy ass don't go and do it. But it was dropped at the UPS store today. I have the receipt in there. You have the tracking number so you can track away. But yeah. So your spring steel sheet and the gift that I gave you is on its way, my friend. And I hope you like the gift. I do. You deserve it and more. It wasn't much, believe me. It's not a whole lot. But it was pretty special to me. So I mean, it was something I wanted to keep, but I gave it to you. So that's it. That was special to me, so I wanted to give it to you. Cool. Right now I'm printing a multicolored snake, which I tried to print here, but my white quit working for some reason. And it's printing fine now. The white did. I don't know. I don't know what happened. It could have got a little hair on it, like Shane said, or something on the tip. I don't have the blade on at the moment, so that may have been the case. You know, if there's a little tip, that blade would come and cut it off. But I don't have it on there now because it was jamming and it got stuck and it pulled itself out. It's actually supposed to be right here and it's not. I don't know where it went. I've got the other one, but I don't know what happened to the one I took out. That sucks. Shane, can we order extra blades? Because I'm probably going to try what somebody else did and super glue it in there. I mean, I broke this blade off here, off of this knife, but it's too long. See, it's way too long. It needs to be about half that. You know what? Never mind. I know where you can get those. You should get one of those little knives and snap it off, right? You should get one of those little razor knives and snap the blade off, and there you go. You got you a blade. Quit saying little bear on. I said little hair, not little bear. It does. Messes up the aim of the nozzle. Makes you go everywhere. But yeah, this thing's 7 hours long, so you know this. I know you did. This failure kind of sucked, and y'all didn't let me run long, so I'm fixing to get off of here in a hurry. Thank y'all for being here. Treat everybody how you want to be treated. If you're not subscribed already, click the subscribe button, ring the little bell so you get notifications. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just tell me why. And thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for being part of the community that helps everybody out. We do appreciate it. Especially me, because I need lots and lots of help. But for now, we're going to leave you with the Kuntry Club getting out of here.